think I first realized I wanted to be a rapper in like ninth or 10th grade. You know, I always liked writing music. I always knew I wanted to do something musically, but I don't think that I ever thought that rap was a lane that I could be in. And in high school, we just kind of started fucking around and getting high and rapping, freestyling and stuff. And this dude Marcus was in my culinary class at high school, and he had just got out of like a program or some shit. He was in like a juvenile program. He got in trouble for like selling crack, and he just he just was like the unlikely catalyst, you know, to me actually sitting down and recording. He like really pushed me to do that shit. You know, I think I rapped for him one day, and he was like, "Bro, you gotta lay that down. Like, you could do this shit." The first signs probably was in high school. Like, I was recording music and stuff, and like I don't know if people were just listening to it laughing or whatever, but like either way, it was getting played. And then just the encouragement from my homies that like actually listened to the shit and were like, "Yo, this shit is dope." And then like after I turned like 16, you know, like we started recording new stuff, and we put together a CD and like passed that around, and that was like pretty well accepted, I guess. It was respected. The content was respected, you know. Before I was rapping about like nothing, but when we put that first CD out, the content was actually respected. So that was the first time I was like, well, I could, you know, really do this. I always knew that I wanted to do music, you know, like I always felt pulled to do music, even though I wasn't necessarily musically inclined, you know. I wasn't really ridiculously talented at any instruments, but I don't know, I always had like a weird calling towards music. I could never really understand it. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I just knew I had to do it somehow. And I always like to write, so I don't know, they just, the pieces click together. I really don't know why I wanted to do it. I ask myself that more and more every fucking day now. Like the deeper I get into rap, the more I like wonder why I wanted to do it. You know, I could have been a fucking scientist or something. I've learned a lot of things about myself and just about the music industry since getting signed. I learned, one, that music is a lot of hard work. Like, it's a lot more of a job than I think 99% of people that get into it think it's gonna be. You know, like it's so much more than just making good songs. You know, it's like, it really is a collaborative thing. It takes whole teams of people, you know, to make things really work. It's not an individual thing. I don't know, man. I learned a lot about myself. Like, what's important to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think at one point when I was younger, maybe it was just because I was a fucking loser, but like to some extent, like being fucking cool, like doing music meant you're cool, you know. It was just like it was just a reason why, I don't know, you could just meet people and like, I don't know, be accepted by people. So I think to some extent I thought that was important. Now I'm like getting away from that, you know. Like, the more I'm like really into it, the more I just like value regular things in life, you know, and just like other stuff that's going on. There's so much more than just music and music culture, you know. There's a whole world out there, you know. Music's just like a tiny piece to it. But I also realized that I don't know, I love it, and it's like a awesome window for me to just experience the world and meet really cool people, you know. I think I got like a more of an appreciation for just like the whole world ever since I started rapping, you know. I've seen a lot more, and yeah, it's just like everything I learned about myself, I feel like it's happened in the last just couple of years, you know. What drives me to keep going? I could name what doesn't drive me more. Like, money doesn't drive me, fucking fame doesn't drive me, fucking bitches doesn't drive me, drugs doesn't drive me. It's like, what, I think just like curiosity for the planet and really just the universe, and like all this shit that's going on around me. Like, it just makes me want to learn. And like music for me, it's like anything, sports with other people, it's like a process for you to find yourself and explore the universe, you know. Just like photography or film is for you, it's like it's your medium to find out about yourself, you know. So like that's what drives me, is like just learning more about me and learning about the universe and just my position in it. And I think that's like the driving force. I'd like to just include my fucking just appreciation towards like everybody and thing I encounter, you know. It's like, I don't think that anybody like deserves to be in the position they're in specifically. You know, like we obviously work for it and stuff, but it's definitely by grace that, you know, I've encountered any of the things that I've encountered. So I just like would like people to know that like I don't take that lightly. Like that's super crazy to me, and that I don't just like always plan to be like a fucking rapper. Like I want to like go to India and be like a fucking study under a guru or something. You know, like there's just so much stuff out there. You know, I'm really wrapped up in music right now, but I just like I want to fucking do everything. I've been watching these documentaries lately, and I'm like really upset with myself that like I wasn't a scientist or something. You know, like I was watching this stuff on like particle physics or something. I didn't understand any of it, and I was like really upset that there's like all this stuff going on in the world that rap culture doesn't even care about. You know, like rap artists don't give a fuck about fucking particle physics. Or me and Slim were talking the other day outside of the hotel, and we're talking about like that is something that I could bring to the table, is like really just introducing our generation and culture to just different phenomenon around the world that people aren't really paying attention to. There's like thousands, millions of different things, you know, that is going on. There's so much more than just like, sometimes life's really depressing when you're just caught up in like bitches and money and social status and like being hard. Like life gets real fucking depressing when that's the only things that you think about, at least in my eyes, you know? So really like diving into what else is out there is like makes life super exciting and worth it, you know?